Drake and Party Next Door's new album, Some Sexy Songs for You, should honestly have been called Some Sleepy Songs for You because, oof, if you have insomnia, boy, do I have the album for you. Look, ignoring everything that's happened in the last year with Drake involving his beef with Kendrick Lamar and how hard he got stomped in that battle, and just focusing specifically on his music. Drake's last 4 albums to me have been varying degrees of underwhelming, while Party Next Door's last 2 albums to me have been total snooze fests. Now, that's not to say that Drake and Party have no good music, of course they do. And that's not to say they aren't a great duo, they do have some great collabs together, but it is to say that when this thing was announced, my first thought was, wow, that sounds like it could be great. If it was still 2016. Given the creative low point these two have been at in the last few years, this sounds like a record that would have had a far greater impact if it came out when Drake was hot off of, if you're reading this, It's Too Late in Views, and Party was hot off of P2 and P3. And unfortunately, yeah, this thing stunk. Has no one told Drake or Party Next Door at any point in the last few years that they are allowed to make R&B music that isn't just slow and spacey? So many tracks on this album are absolutely catatonic in terms of pacing. Like, forget going nowhere fast. This thing goes nowhere slow. Drake's vocals are either emotionless as hell or extremely goofy with very little in between. But no matter how he sounds, I'm struggling to find out what makes his singing or especially his lyricism sexy on this project. Especially when he tries to do whatever the hell he was trying to do on Meet Your Padre. Dear Christ, if you're looking for a good way to kill your buzz in the bedroom, look no further than that song. Party Next Door also feels like he's barely here because of the 21 songs on this album, because once again, Drake can't self-edit. 6 of the songs are solo Drake songs, and even on the songs where both of them are there, Party Next Door feels like he's barely on them. Drake hogs all the attention, just like I felt like he did on Her Loss with 21 Savage. I'm glad that Drake took Kendrick's advice and mostly stuck with the melodies on this project, but once again, not even a highly publicized rap battle could make Drake do enough self-reflection to get the hell out of the complacency bubble that he's put himself in the last few years. In fact, it seems like he's sunken further into that complacency. He really sounds like he doesn't care, and he's dragging Party Next Door down along with him in the process, which is pretty sad. On my rating scale, Some Sexy Songs for You is the first album of 2025 to get an awful rating from me. Drake and Party Next Door dropped this thing on Valentine's Day and called it sexy, but it only serves as a great advocate for celibacy.